children, lost and wild. Dad punishes us, each and every child. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us. Hell in the cell, hell in the cell. It's Dad's test of out might. All kids will go in to fight. There is only one survivor. Bring a shiver or screwdriver. Punishment is kinetic dance. Leotards moving in a trance. It's the feral children's penance, watching camel toes prance. Miami Deb is a whore. We are feral children, lost and wild. Dad punishes us, each and every child. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us. Miami Deb is a fucking whore. Hell in the cell, hell in the cell. Test of out might. All kids will go in to fight. There is only one survivor. Bring a shiver or a screwdriver. Punishment is kinetic dance. Leotards moving in a trance. It's the feral children's penance, watching camel toes prance. Mommy fucking Deb is a goddamn whore. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us.
We're discussing Satanism and the occult this morning and some of the dangers that are lurking about. And with me in the studio is the Dark Lord Blood, who is a 7th-generation satanic worshiper. I mean, are all your friends Satanists?
No, I don't have any friends, but my acquaintances are, yeah.
Uh-huh.
For the purposes of this study, we will focus on the number 666 and its use in the Universal Product Code.
Most people don't realize that 80% of all toys on the market have occultic influence, and these are the most popular.
It says here that it actually makes the wings move, so let me, look at that. Isn't that amazing?
And do you remember those verses in the book of Revelation about the flying beast with the riders on them?
This could actually be taken from Revelations.
Sure, it looks like it.
I dealt with a boy, to abbreviate it, who wanted to kill me. The name of the demon that was inside the young man was named Azrael. I later found out that Azrael was Lucifer's personal death angel. Not only that, but I also found out that that was the same name as the cat on the Smurfs. And what is his primary objective? Is to catch those Smurfs and kill them for guarding.
Okay, I need to make a statement here. First of all, hello, everyone. Hello. Nice to see you today. You're all my personal death angels. And speaking of my personal death angel, oh my God, it's Ribbit. Ribbit, it's okay if you're late. Did you go look at the tiny Prada store in Marfa? You guys, me and Ribbit were talking about the phrase Gucci. It's all Gucci. She asked me if we have that here in Texas. I told her we have tiny Prada. If you guys don't know about that, there is a tiny Prada store. That's right, a tiny Prada store. And it's in the middle of nowhere in West Texas, in Marfa, Texas, which is like Martha, but with an F. And if you go through there, I think they might have even busted it down. It used to be a tiny Prada store. Oh, hello, Mrs. Parks. Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin. The link to vote in the superlatives, which we'll talk about in a moment, is it should be pinned at the top of chat. Remember to take your chat off top chat if you want to see all the chat. I don't know what determines top or bottom. I don't think it's a power top chat or a power bottom chat. Although if your auntie who is a whore pops up, then we know it's a power. But regardless, yeah, there's a tiny Prada store in East Texas in Marfa. I mean, West Texas, far west. For a while, it was a tiny Target. I don't recall which order. I do not recall which order, but we do have that. And it might have got busted down, but it's very cute. And Rabbit says to everyone, hello, gorgeous board members. I'd like to thank you, Rabbit, my personal death angel, and all my personal death angels out there, including my mods. It is okay. Look, Uncle Francis did the Osint. It is based on sexual preference. Excellent. Excellent. I am going to continue with the opening videos because they are very funny and they are fun to memorize, and we all enjoy that. And I also would like to thank Jen O for being a new member. Hello, friend. Hello, Jen O. Welcome. That is a cute monkey you have there. Also, Clam, a member for 5 months. My daughter's corn snakes are at San Antonio Zoo now, and my papa is at Austin Hart getting a pacemaker. Maybe nearish this weekend. Clam, message me. Hit me up on through my email. Maybe we will meet up. I hope that your papa gets better. And also, snakes scare me. My little brother collects snakes. He has a lot of them. Him and his kids and his wife love snakes and lizards and geckos. I am terrified of them. So he has something that's weird. I don't know much about them, but I know he has something that's weird and rare, and I would be interested to see what you think. Also, hello, K-Dubs. Hello, Dez. Everybody, don't you dare call me the Osint Queen. God, that was so disturbing. Some fucking fool said, she calls herself the Osint Queen. No, I don't. I think calling myself a queen is weird. Or a king. I don't like the monarch. I've never been a fan of the monarch. I don't enjoy it at all. I would never say that. Thank you, Paul. I would absolutely never say that. I say shaman because I think it's funny when there's old men leading you to a place with drugs. I find that very amusing. I think it's a funny thing to be a religious old man who's like, come up the mountain, let's get the drugs. I think it's very funny. I don't know why. Laura, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Have I mentioned Laura and Dawn Marie have killer fucking accents? I love them so much. I love them almost as much as a good Boston accent. Actually, maybe more. I don't know. They're like the width of my finger with the head of a common lizard. Is that like a common deer, ma'am? Is that like a common deer? When you went to church, it made me love you even more. Yeah, but did you hear the things she was saying in church? I could tell. I could hear. I know what she was planning. Fucking church is so funny. Okay, here we go. I'm going to keep playing. Speaking of church, we're going to get into some church. We're going to get into some church, you guys. Hello, C. Smith. Hello, one of my fearless children in the Pacific Northwest. Hello, hello. Yeah, the pervy guy on X called me a queen. I guess I'm a queen now, y'all. I guess I'm a big old dang old fuck shit queen, y'all. Damn.
And this kind of knife is being sold for
Here's the, if I were religious, I'd be this guy. I'd be like,
that reason. There's something called an
But it's also being sold for healthy reasons.
Man.
oh shit, starring that. There's got to be a good, ooh, I see merch. I see merch. Let's talk about this, Rabbit. I like this. Like a storm chaser, but for Osint? My God.
And what's healthy about selling a knife that
Gotta do it. Gotta do the clap.
Vicky.
Snake Mountain. It's got an interesting little feature here. I'm going to turn it on. It can actually transform your voice from your regular voice to that of an occultic hero. Is that correct? So let's get a Skeletor type of voice.
Dude, nobody believe. I don't even know what you're talking about. Are you talking about what MS posted? Dude, fuck her. That was a big nothing burger. Everything that she posts is like, hey, look how I'm invading your privacy and being a dick again. And then the results or whatever she shows us is like, here's me being a dick. It's like, well, goddamn. We don't need to do anything at this point. I'm just sitting back. I'm not even watching. Like, they're all blocked. I saw that because I got a screenshot. I was like, oh, really? That's hilarious. Like, they're trying to fucking come at you. How dare they, dude? I did report that, by the way. But yeah, I did. I unblocked her just to report it because it's like, what the fuck? Stop doing this. This is desperate. You know what I mean? And I do believe that that was fake. I 100% believe that you were doing a fake. That's the thing, is you can tell when it's a hostage situation. Let's just say that. And Miss Jess, no, by all means. Shit, I was at the point of apologizing to get that cunt to leave you guys alone, but it wouldn't work. So it's like, fuck, dude. Roasted Bean, member for 4 months. Hello, Roasted Bean. Thank you for being a member for 4 months. I appreciate you. Yeah, like, I'm like, you know what? Dude, yeah, guru dad. I want to be a shaman. I just want to walk around like an old lady in sandals on a mountain and be like, come with me. This is where we sweat. This is where we sweat and eat grass. Speaking of queens, Rabbit, I need to talk to you about something very important. Oh, shit. The dancing queen? The dancing queen. Hey, Darlene. Everything rhymes. Let's go. Oh, shit.
Let me turn this on here. I think I'm getting it too loud. Skeletor, the
Hey, Rachel.
master of the...
You talking about Hudson? This is Hudson. You'll meet him. He'll probably pop in here. This is Hudson in real life. And I do want to hear what he says about Gargamel real quick because it's very important.
The Smurfs.
By the way, from now on, that mean guy that's mean to us on Twitter, I'm just going to call him Gargamel. I'm only going to speak of him in Smurf speak.
His primary objective is to catch those Smurfs and kill them for Gargamel.
And this kind of knife is being sold for that reason. There's something called an
But
empty.
it's also being sold for healthy reasons.
Man, what's healthy about selling a knife that
Vicky.
Snake Mountain. It's got an interesting little feature here. I'm going to turn it on. It can actually transform your voice from...
Wouldn't that be sick, though, if those people were being dicks on Twitter? We could just go... Oh, fucking ruled.
Your regular voice...
Hey, Elon, where is that fucking technology, dipshit?
To that of an occultic hero. Is that correct? So let's get a Skeletor type of voice. Let me turn this on here. I think I'm getting it too loud. Skeletor, the master of the universe.
And again, I cannot recommend Found Footage Festival on YouTube more. Oh my God, I love it. It's all I watch now. Pity the fool.
Clowns, clowns, and more clowns.
I'm gonna dip out and look away. I can't even watch my own shit at this point. Like, I know that I curated this for you, but this shit makes me so uncomfortable. I'm very curious what you think about the religious clown video. Ugh. Oh, it's so much.
I think they're funny.
They're crazy, but they're kind of neat.
They seem so free. I think I'd like to try it sometime.
All those people are right. Clowns are funny.
These clowns are stealing your grandparents, okay? These clowns are stealing your peepaw and your meemaw. They are stealing. Oh, I know who Roasted Bean is. I know who all my little roasted beans are. Good. Keep her blocked. She's crazy. We have more important things to worry about. These fucking clowns are stealing our peepaws and our meemaws. Also, by the way, crime with rock chalk. Listen to me, everyone. Some fucking dick bean went and fucking reported a bunch of rock chalk's old ass videos. Okay. And got her shit taken down. Now, that guy's a dick. He's a little obsessive. He's been stalking rock chalk for a while. It's some dude I don't even know with bad glasses. But listen, Crime with Rock Chalk is her new channel, right? This is your new one. I'm going to post this on our list of all the kids who create and all of our friends and family and your aunts and uncles. Auntie Rock Chalk's been on the channel a lot. Or actually, I've been on her channel a lot. We need to get you up here on your new channel. We'll plan something soon because I wanted her on and then she got sick. And then Rick got sick. And then she went on didn't you go on a little adventure? So after the Jillian and Veronica case, that case was like a big one that Rock Chalk worked on. Yeah, Hudson is probably whoring around in a jail somewhere looking for a wife. What a great guy. We love him. He'll be here tonight. I can feel it. But listen, Rock Chalk followed that case and really brought a lot of light to it and was literally boots on the ground. If you guys don't know, she took us to a fucking Radio Shack. Okay. That's how cool she is. I'm like, yo, can we go in that Radio Shack you've been talking about? I thought they were all closed. And she took us into one. She's a badass. We love her. We are going to post her new channel. We need to support her. It is shitty what Nodes did to her. It is sad. I am angry. She is our auntie. And if you guys don't know, Rock Chalk is very true crime adjacent too. Thank you so much. I can't wait for it either. Guess who has to re-record it? Yeah, because of continuity. I don't know how to say it. Continuity. Yeah, I fucked up with my shirt choice. I let my friend get drunk and heckle me. It was too much. So I am going to be re-recording it for the third time in my life. Goddamn, 15 years. That's crazy. I'm about to go 16 years in comedy and I still can't get my fucking special recorded down right. I wish I still, the first one, half of it, I have the audio and half I have the video without the audio. So what the fuck? The fuck is wrong with me? Thank you, Tish, for being a member for 5 months. So I am going to put out some stand-up stuff that I had taken down for the special because I'm not even going to use that stuff anymore, I think, on the next one. So I'm just going to put it back on the internet so people can just see it. But yeah. And I apologize for whatever I say in it that's offensive because I'm sure someone will fucking pull it out of context. Hi, Ipsy Dixit Sherilyn. Nice to see you. Clowns are very creepy. They scare me a lot. Hello, Ryan. Hello. What do you think of clowns? They are trying to steal your grandparents. What do we do? What do we do to keep them from stealing our peepaws and our meemaws? I hate that.
Crazy, neat, and free to do all kinds of things we might not ordinarily do. Clowns offer God's love through the joy promised by Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit. Would you ever go to a clown ministry? One's in the chat. If you would go to a clown ministry, 100% ICP is great. That was one of my favorite fucking concerts. We went for our anniversary because it was at the venue where we had our first date. And Dad's boyfriend paid a meth head juggalo $20 to let me staple the money to his chest. I'm a big supporter of juggalos. I almost did the gathering of the juggalos. I almost performed at it, but that ended up falling through. Why? Because I think it got canceled that year. Damn. And then Tila Tequila got beat up in a fucking porta potty or something. It was a whole thing. Rock Chalk True Crime. There she is. Hey, all. Did you get your account back? Oh, my God. Yes. Colrophobia, the fear of clowns. Scott, always coming in here with good information. Is that what it's fucking called? What about religious clownophobia? Because this shit scares the crap out of me. Yeah, they got her.
Jesus wants me for a sunbeam to shine for him each day.
It's time for the Freddy for Jesus Children's Program. All across America and around the world, children listen.
God. Okay, the only thing I'm scared of more than clowns, and you guys might notice, I think one person, okay, the flat moon. Melissa, how dare you? You're grounded, but also very interested. Grant and Kevin. Okay, I saw this for you. I had a vision. I've seen this for you. Megan, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Who else is terrified of puppets? I am terrified of puppets. Yeah, clowning old people is not cool. We love old people here at the channel. They tell great stories and have wonderful experiences. Also, I meant to tell you earlier, I know I said Rock Chalk is true crime adjacent and then went off on a thing. But listen, I'm talking like, didn't your man grow up or you guys live next to BTK or some shit? Yeah, true crime with Rock Chalk. She's got the fucking bag. She's got the intel, okay? She knows what's up. Whoop, whoop. To my friend, dead inside 6-something. I don't know you, but we are part of a psychopathic family. And for that, I say, hello, sister brother. Hello, sister brother. I'm talking about religious clowns. They scare the shit out of me. And who else is scared of puppets? I hate puppets. I'm scared of puppets. They scare the fuck out of me. I don't like them. I get it. Jeff Dunham, like everybody likes him. No, not a fan. The only puppetry I've ever been into is Nacho Estrada, and he has died. R.I.P. Nacho. But I was still scared the entire time.
With thrill and excitement in their hearts,
hello,
as
Mary.
Evangelist Tim Todd takes his little dummy friend Freddie out of his suitcase to share life-changing Bible stories.
Put Freddie back in the suitcase.
Stories from the Word of God.
You know he's doing it. God is doing a new. This is actually AJ, Melissa, and Ernie before they ever got the internet. Hello, Daniel. Context is everything. out of context religious clowns. What do you think?
You know he's doing it. Who's doing it?
God is doing a new thing.
I just never thought I'd be able to do this in a church, you know? I just love it. I mean,
you can do lots of things in a church, kid. You better run.
Every youth group needs one of these. These are so cool.
What they're talking about is karaoke for Christian music.
Jesus loves the little children. All the children of the world.
When you enter the nursing home, do not stand there with your group in a large cluster of clowns. Clowns can look rather intimidating if you see a lot of them in one place.
This is me when I see the clowns. This is me.
Rather intimidating if you see a lot of them in one place.
Daniel was a Jew. A what? He was a Jew. He was a what? A Jew. A Jew.
He's going to say, bless you. Oh, God, I hate this humor.
A Jew. Gesundheit. Got a
Yep,
cold?
there you go.
You know he's doing it.
God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. Who's doing it?
God is doing a new thing.
A sunbeam.
Can I just give you, what if I just give you my password? You come on my account, do your thing. Fuck them.
Sunbeam. I'll be a sunbeam for.
Mrs. Parks is with the Illuminati. She's the one who wrote this. She wrote, look, watch this. This is me, and this is Mrs. Parks' crew coming up. I'm so sorry.
You see a lot of them in one place.
Daniel was a Jew. A what? He was a Jew.
Oh, I gotta
He was a
sit down.
what? A Jew. A Jew. A Jew. Gesundheit. Got a cold?
You know he's doing it.
Dude, we can't because Giannis will get, I think his is set to where I think he can copyright strike me, and I don't think he knows my true crime channel. Let me tell Giannis what my true crime channel is, and then I'll play it.
God is doing a new thing. You know he's doing it. Who's doing it?
God is doing a
Thank
new
you.
thing.
A sunbeam. A sunbeam. I'll be.
That's fair, but those are marionettes, not puppets. And I do love Team America. Fuck yeah, lick my ass and suck on my balls. That should be our national anthem. I would love to hear Rosie O'Donnell, or what's her name? Fuck it, I can't believe I said that. Roseanne Barr. Sorry. I would love to see Roseanne Barr just slaughter Team America World Police. Although when she went back to sing it again, she did a great job. She really did. She did a really good job when she did a redo. You know what I mean? Mary Malarkey is so funny. Do we want to watch Nurse Kim's birthday shit again? What? You called him a dick sucker and you got charged with a homosexual slur by YouTube? Well, maybe we need to get Aunt Deb to call him a cocksucker. Then what? Then what will they do? Then what will they do? Hello, comrade dead inside 6 something. Hello, comrades. Listen, these puppets are scary. I got fucked in my church's sanctuary. All of this rhymes. I need an organization. I need more organization from this outfit. Hello, Satan. Clap, clap. How are you doing today, Hudson? You cannot open your eyes now. Please, no clowns. Okay. You know what? Newt the Cute. Money talks. Clowns can walk. Okay. Where do I find all these clips? I find them a little bit of everywhere. But I also find them on Found Footage Fest. I am obsessed with it, and I can't stop watching it. I really can't. Please take off the scary puppets, please. Okay, fine. I will. Also, Miss Jess, dang. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, church is wild. If you ever went to church camp, you definitely got fingered. Like, there's no question of it. Yeah, ventriloquist clown puppets, Jesus. Don't worry. It gets, oh my God. Yeah, okay, Miss Parr. Okay, everyone, that's enough. Okay? You don't have to give me money. I'll just stop it. Jesus Christ. Also, can I tell you guys a funny story? I got to pop up for a second. I got to tell you a funny story. So YouTube earlier sent me a thing. Okay? And also, thank you, Miss Parks. This is a story for you. This is for you and those who donated. YouTube sent me a thing and it was like, yo, you need to start setting super chat goals. And I'm like, why? And they're like, just hit this button and write what your goal is and how many you want. And I'm like, okay, because it just popped up and it was all black. And I realized that's the thing that pops up that you, again, like, I fuck with Osint, but I don't really, from the creator angle of YouTube and fuck, even Discord, I'm like, I don't like that. Like, it's too much to learn. I'm a D kid. And so I'm like sitting there, like, I don't understand why I have to fill this out, but sure. And I go to fill it out earlier. And it says, like, what's your super chat goal? And I just picked the bottom one, whatever that is. And then it says, like, how much do you need to make in this time? And I'm like, well, I don't. You're telling me to do this. So that I just picked whatever. I think I picked like the biggest or the littlest. I don't know. And then I just wanted to write in the thing because it says, say what you'll do if you reach this goal. And I'm like, oh, that's fun. So if I hit this goal, I'll do a thing. Okay, this is cool. Like, this is very fun to me. So I type it in and YouTube rejected it so many times. Like, it wouldn't let me put it in. And YouTube's bullying me, Mitty. I don't know what to do. But here's the thing. Yeah, no one likes the goal thing. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm like, why is this popping up? So I put in there, and this is how you get rid of it if you're a creator. And I think you can just ignore it, right? So I'll just ignore it in the future. But if you want to get rid of it, I found out you just put the where it says what you'll do if you meet that goal, you just put something fucked up, and then YouTube will reject it and stop offering it to you. So here's what I did. I put in there that if I grease my body up and slide through the border wall. So basically, if I hit my super chat goals as my gift to you, I will cover myself in grease, run at the border wall, and slide through it into Mexico. And it said no, it wouldn't let me put that. And then I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, what if I grease myself up and like slide into Dylan Sally portal? So I put that in there. It said no. And I'm like, well, why? So then it said, like, you have to redo your thing. So then, yeah, I know it's his border plan. Don't give him ideas. He's going to make a hologram and then he's going to fall into into Mexico. What a dumbass. Like, oh, you think a wall is going to help? They have tunnels. There's drones. What are we doing this for? Anyway, it's causing a lot of eminent domain issues in South Texas where people who have owned their land forever are getting like fucked. You know what I mean? What them wrenches do, I don't know. Can someone give Hudson a wrench so he can try it out? He's the devil. Am I supposed to do that? I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Someone will figure it out. The point is, I think it's great that people pay for super chats, but no content creator needs to put pressure on their members. It should always be a choice. I agree completely. But here's the thing, like, why is YouTube sending me this and then making me fill it out? And then I realized, like, if I don't fill it out, it just stays up there. So I was like, let's make it something funny. And then it rejects it. So I found out you can't offer to grease yourself up. Like, why not? Why can't I get greased? You know what I mean? Like, why can't I get greased up and cleaned out or whatever it is? Karina's still everyone's waiting for their wrench. I don't even know how to fucking do it. I'll figure it out, Karina. You can all have wrenches, and then half the internet will have a fucking meltdown. You can all kick each other out. I don't even care anymore. It'll be fun. People have ladders. Wall is stupid. I know. But I'm like, fuck it. Let's just grease myself up and run through the slits because I know you can. I have friends who did it to be funny. It's so stupid. No, they don't. Oh, that's a good point. They don't get half, but they get like a little percentage. Maybe that is. Oh, so it makes them. Okay, well, that makes sense. They're just trying to get their bag. So I'm like, they're the distributor and I'm the dealer. Oh my God. And the goals are the middleman. I feel used. Kind of love it though. Kind of feels good to be used and wanted. I want wrench and bong rip. Well, I want to staple more money to a juggalo. So that's the super chat goal. Give me enough to staple onto meth heads. That's what I need to do for fun, consensually. Is it 30? I don't know. I guess. Is that a lot? I guess that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know. A long time ago, someone told me, don't do that. Just put your thing up. And I put my Cash App up, but I don't really care. Like, you never have to donate. The only time you have to donate is if I'm playing something and then they are like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, stop playing that. It's like, you're going to have to pay me to fucking change my content, which is why I do. If you pay me, I'll turn it off. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I can be bought, okay? If someone were to offer me $500,000 to get the fuck off YouTube, I would just leave. I'd be like, bye. Like, I cannot. This is why comedy doesn't work well for me, because I'm like, how much does the gig pay? Sure. And then I get there and they're like, we're the socialists of America and you're raising money for us. And I'm like, oh, my dad was almost killed by socialists. You guys fucking suck. And then they kicked me out. So, like, I need to be careful here. I am not an innocent. I've done horrible things. Have you seen Twitter? Fucking, I control the moon, dude. So, I'm an oligarch. Wait, what am I? No, I'm a queen. I'm a queen now. Fucking shame on me. Yeah, I guess that is why they do it, right? To make that vig, make that bag. Damn, you would think they'd be happy with all the fucking ad money they get from everyone else. I identify as a man, so I could be. Well, fucking me too, dude. Me too. I had on some boots and this gay man really liked and said, please kick me in the boot. I'd kick someone. I'd kick someone in the asshole. My Cash App is SnoopyDupa. Because that's what we used to be. We also have to go back to SnoopyDupas. You know what I mean? Like, we bought like a cheap whore before rent is due. We all have a price, let's be honest. I always have a price. Yeah, Carrie's here, dude. We're ordering coffee from her. The Carrie. Yeah, we love her. By the way, if you guys didn't know, yeah, different socialists. They were Russian. He's Polish. And it was like the 70s, 80s or whatever. Hey, listen, I love you, okay? And also, I've been watching a lot. If you guys didn't know this, I posted it in Twitter. There is a 24-hour live stream of all 3 Austin Powers movies, but just the best parts. And I posted that so that people can get joy the other day. I forgot how funny Fat Bastard is. Also, when they eat the skin, when the guy eats the skin and goes, gold, I fucking lost it. And the mole scene with Fred Savage, oh my God, it's so funny. I do, but it's under my natural born name, so I don't put it up. But I mean, maybe I should get another one. Because also, like, I had, okay, I'm not going to say it. I bought something and had to Venmo someone, and then I never got it. And I was like, oops. And I got pretty pissed off and shut down my Venmo. Then I reopened it. So I need to go see if that, yeah, I'm pretty sure it still works. I don't know, but I need to start a new one, I guess, anyway. Cause, that one, just don't go buy don't buy dioramas from old ladies on Etsy. Just do it through Etsy. Don't send them money outside of it. I'm so stupid. I knew better. But the cat sweater was so interesting and it did have something phallic on it. So I figured that's why she wanted that, because maybe Etsy wouldn't nope. I was just getting scammed. But you know what? She is a real old lady who scammed me, so I let her do it. I was like, you probably need this. You probably need this pretty bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about. Fucking Russians. Yeah, someone did that to you. Yeah, it's horrible. It's really horrible. And also, hiya, Carrie B. We are gonna do. So here's what happened. Someone on Twitter, Carrie was like defending me and some shit because people were talking shit, and I appreciate that. She went rogue, went full defense forces. Okay, so when that happened, I guess I think it was that, right? Or maybe it was something else. They tried to dox her by putting up her coffee shop, and people were like, I'm going to go get coffee there now. Fuck you. So I'm ordering coffee from her when I get paid on the 21st, and we're going to do a live tasting because it looks really good and all the reviews look really good. And I mean, damn, Coastal Coffee. Yes, please. So when somebody tries to do something fucked up to someone, we'll just lift them up. You know what I mean? We'll just do that. We'll just do that because why the fuck not? And we're going to learn a little Osint tonight. It's some light shit. It's not a lot, but it is, I think it's important. It's interesting. Let's finish. We have to watch the total self-defense because I need you kids to get hard. And by that, I mean calloused, not the, you're all perverts. I know what you're thinking.
Self-defense means meeting violence with violence. First the warrior, or all else I'll just bring Paul over here. We had the Adam's apple. The hand makes a circle and chops into that brainstem. That's a knockout point. Thank you, Paul. I come right in and attack the Adam's apple. Thank you, Paul. So you poke from here right into the eye. Thank you, Paul. I hit him, comes flying back. If I miss, into there. Thank you, Paul. As you can see, there's a lot of force. Thank you, Paul. And we're squeezing hard behind the windpipe. Thank you, Paul. I follow through with the strike. Thank you, Paul. Wham, like that. Thank you, Paul. Kick, like that. Thank you, Paul. Coming right down on the skull. Thank you very much, Paul. 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 Out of that circle. By following McSweeney's self-defense, you're going to be able to maintain a strong, healthy body and to protect it throughout your entire lifespan, or until you become disabled or fragile and weak.
Into the brain.
You read it in the newspapers. In fact, perhaps you've even seen the owner's picture. Ralph Williams, the owner.
And I know some of you guys know Bayshore, right? This is Long Island, right? Or is it like, well, not Brooklyn. Anyway, this is I'm trying to remember. Bayshore is New York, right? I'm so bad at maps. Did anybody ever see this commercial back in the day? I'm just curious. I know that there's a lot of you guys in here, so I'm very curious. Meet Violence with Violence. If you ever saw this live, I would love to see if any of you guys recognize any of these from watching it live when you were little.
You've read it in the newspapers. In fact, perhaps you've even seen the owner's picture. Ralph Williams, the owner of Bayshore Chrysler Plymouth, 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno. You notice the big bald-headed son of a...
Wait, San Bruno? Is this... I'm going to look that up. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of wondering.
The man that came to San Francisco to offer them more.
Oh,
for the...
San Francisco! I should have just paid attention. I ignore everything until he curses. This is great. Never mind. Don't need to do the Osint. Here we go.
$1 they spend. The man that came to San Francisco to rape each and every citizen in the whole San Francisco Bay Area. You don't believe it? Listen to me. I don't lie. Take a fucking car like this. A 1966 Ford, a Country Squire 9-factor station wagon. Don't worry about the equipment. Imagine all the fun you can have in the back. And while you're doing it, imagine all the money that bald-headed prick Ralph Williams is going to be making on the car.
I would have just paid fucking attention. I would have known that. He literally says it. I'm a dumbass. Don't trust me. I'm a fucking fraud. Also, look, it's Chloe.
He's trying to fuck you out of. Yes, the man that'll take every dime out of the San Francisco.
I'm going back. I just want to do this to one of my bosses one day. I just when you get a bad boss and you're just like, you know what? And you just say some shit. Fuck. I would just quote this dude. I was thinking of Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I'm so dumb.
The man that came to San Francisco to offer them more for the $1 they spend. The man that came to San Francisco to rape each and every citizen in the whole San Francisco Bay Area. You don't believe it? Listen to me. I don't lie. Take a fucking car like this. A 1966 Ford, a Country Squire 9-factor station wagon. Don't worry about the equipment. Imagine all the fun you can have in the back. And while you're doing it, imagine all the money that bald-headed prick Ralph Williams is going to be making on the car he's trying to fuck you out of. Yes, the man will take every dime out of the San Francisco Bay Area and spend it on prostitutes, booze, and the...
Poor Ralph, dude. Poor Ralph's just trying to get his hook on, dude. Chill.
He's going to be making on the car he's trying to fuck you out of. Yes, the man that'll take every dime out of the San Francisco Bay Area and spend it on prostitutes, booze, and of course crap tables in the city of Las Vegas. I'm sure you've heard about it. So remember this. If you'd like to get fucked and hooked real hard before you buy a car, come down here. Let Ralph Williams do it. Why not? Why not somebody else? Remember, our address is 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno. But if you come from Marin County, East Bay Area, or San Jose, your money spends just as well as anybody else's. And when this bald-headed son of a bitch gets a hold of you, you will spend money. Talking about payments, 5 years payments of $100 a month. You can't get even. So shop before you buy. Bayshore, Chrysler Plymouth.
Dude, I don't know what I like more. Osint Diva? I hate
Hi, I'm Linda.
I hate that I love it because it's so not like I got another comedy show I did really bad out was a Divas Night and they yelled at me for not wearing shiny boots. And I was like, I don't own shiny boots. Osint Maven I like because he's a good wrestler, but also he's kind of hated. Fuck. Osint Tweaker. Oh my God. Love it. Love it. Because I'm up late at night. That's fun. Damn. What about Osint Cunt? What about that? Osint Caulk. Okay, this is new. The Moncaulk Highway. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Evans, and I'd like to congratulate you on your exciting new purchase.
Align the battery onto the lead and snap it into place.
Ooh.
Before preparing your mask for your first facial session, it is
New shirt starring it.
very important to properly fit the headband and mask so that they are comfortable and positioned correctly on the face.
No, this is a code word. Uncle Frank, am I allowed to put this on a shirt? I'm so sorry.
You will likely want to use a mirror to help you align it properly.
Because in essence, rejuvenating does for the face what exercise does for the body. And the way it does that is there's a control unit that during a facial session actually sends an impulse up to the zones in the mask and actually activates the face and skin to exercise, tighten, and tone.
Refer to the written instruction sheet for other special notes about the operation of your Rejuvenate system. While you can relax and enjoy...
Listen, you heard it here first, okay? Uncle Frank says that... Never mind.
Rejuvenate in a variety of settings, never immerse it in water or rinse it under the tap. Doing so will damage the system.
Well, as you saw, the Rejuvenate system is very easy to assemble and operate. So give your face a treat.
Thank you.
It is our favorite. It is our Miss Parks. We've already stopped it. Now we're moving on to your ex-husband. I'm so sorry I'm doing this to you, Miss Parks. I'm so sorry, but I did find home video and I have to play it.
You may wonder, gymnastics, what is that? Well, it's meant to be similar to gymnastics. Although, my name's Mike. It's not...
Rock Chalk, don't worry. This is Miss Park's ex-husband, and we found his home video. Look, she's laughing because we found it. We found his home videos that he used to make for her to try to woo her before they were together, and they did work, but obviously they didn't, because here she is with beautiful Mr. Parks, who's so much better and does parksnastics, which are way better. They're like, he can do all kinds of flips and shit. Oh, that could be my goal, to make it stop. I've always said this about strip clubs. I would like to go into one where everyone's just naked and then I pay them to put their clothes back on. This is a great idea, starring it. I will stop being me and having this horrific personality if you pay me money. That's actually genius. Fuck, Rachel, you don't want to take that? Girl, treats for me? Your treat? Jesus. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. He does look like your son's dad. It's because this is him. I know you might not remember this, but he played this for you to woo you.
Gym, and the things I do are similar to gymnastic activities. So, voila, gymnastics.
Yeah, but watch this. Boom! Look how good he is. Watch this. Boosh, bitch. What's up now? Voila, just like that. Yeah, let's make it stop, dude. Dude, Turd and Ernie could use that too for their next campaign. Their next campaign promise could be to make it stop. You're just casually, you're just gonna go pick up a plane real quick. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I meant Satan. Really? Girl, let's hang out. Let's hang out. I will take you to a parking lot. We'll break some bottles together, dude. You like to break shit? Jim versus Cunt Smasher. Who wins? Fucking not Jim, Mike. Mike wins, dude. Ooh, frozen milk.
There we go.
Yep. Ran into the utility pole. Yeah. Look at that shit. He's so good. He's like Arthur Lee Allen, the Zodiac killer guy. Do you remember when they played all the old videos of him doing like swimming dives? And it's like, look at that big boy go. Yeah, Cunt Smasher, dude. Remember that, dude? Whew. He's still on the playlist. Yeah, Cut Off George, dude.
Pretty good. Just mod. I almost cut my.
Absolute power with a hard R, says Satan. God damn it. What have I done?
I gotta be careful when I'm swinging that way.
Dude, I'm coming in the bus too after seeing Mike Nastics.
Doing the high dive again today. Here's number 1.
I know.
Number 5.
I know. The question you have to ask yourself when you're being hate crimed, Uncle Frank, is what did I do?
Number 11.
Nope. Hey, listen, don't put frozen milk in the microwave. Just don't. Trust me.
Number 17. See that?
And the door. Oh, shit. Sorry, gotta go back.
That.
Fuck yeah, queen of breaking shit. This is a real man right here, unfortunately. A dismount. Yeah.
So
Head inside
there you
his-
have it, and hope you enjoyed the show.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Crank it up!
Yep. How does he not get his balls wrapped around his neck? Because they're so fucking
Hey, it's
big.
Frankie Phenomenal here. Why are you gonna spend your Sundays down
Hey,
at the local
coming in the
farmers
bus.
market buying strawberries when you can be here in Revere buying some Fruit of the Loom kid at the Revere Flea Market?
Oh no.
You wanna know where all this stuff comes from? Well, forget about it. Ain't not for nothing, but you know something? These sneakers right here are the best deal around. Why, no? Need a fresh pair of stunners, kid? Your house smells like ass? We got your Mystic candles
He
right
does.
here. Dude,
What's up, Cup? I love Carl so much. He's my favorite character.
where else are you gonna find a pair of fresh dungarees for $10?
Oh, don't
A gift for your
microwave
mother.
it.
Why, no?
Oh no. Why no?
You want bags, but you don't want to pay a fortune? We got the designer-inspired bags right here. Beautiful. Why, no? Your
This is Baby James's friend. He knows this guy.
girlfriend got some huge cassava melons? Why don't you come down to the flea
Cassava
market and buy some bras for her, 5 for 10? Why, no? There'll be no tracing your purchase when you buy this duct tape. Yeah, I'll take a case. Paulie, we got your duct tape. You got a few extra bucks, kid? Why don't you come down to the Revere Flea Market, open Saturdays and Sundays, right next to the Showcase Cinemas?
Why no?
Why, no?
Okay. Yeah, no, I know. First of all, he knows James. He knows Baby James very well. Let me stop the screen because I'm going to show you guys something. I'm introducing a new vehicle. Fucking fuck me. A new video into our dynamic. Now we are going to see your dude fall off the ladder and break his neck because you kids are fucking disgusting, sick psychopaths, and you love that. It gets you all fucking pumped as shit. I don't get why, but I kind of do. It's pretty funny. Dusty Gazongas is a great. That's my new. Fuck. I want to just change my name to Dusty Gazongas now. Here's the thing. We're going to show you a brand new old school video. This is not a found footage fest. This is found footage, but it is from an acting class website or a YouTube channel I found online. It is a YouTube channel that just plays acting class outtakes from people who are trying to learn improv and how to act. And it's so goddamn funny. And it's a guy. The scene is this. He's got to ask his wife for a divorce. And that's the scene. And it makes me laugh so fucking hard. So we are going to, I'm Old Dirty Bob. I am going to play you QVC guy falls off the ladder. Then we're going to watch the I Want a Divorce man with his arm around wife video from acting class Sarantos that I find very, very, very funny. And then we're going to talk about Osint. And I'm going to show you something new. Or I'm going to have to tell you about it because here's the thing. Maybe I can show it to you. I'm going to pull this up while you're watching acting class Sarantos. I don't necessarily know if there's a way to show you how it works without doxing someone, like for real. Like not like fake doxing where you just say their name. I know that that's been going around Twitter a lot. That's not what doxing is. I'm talking about like someone's name, address, where they physically are and their phone number. We're not going to be able to do that, but I am going to show you something that works with phone lines that is pretty interesting that I think that you can use. And I'm just going to show you where you can see that, if that makes sense. So I'm going to play this for you while I pull that up. And then we're going to do like a call in for a little bit. Okay. A little call in, Albert. All right. So back to Revere Flea Market. I'm going to put this on. Let me go pull that page for you. And then here we fucking go. I Want a Divorce guy is so funny though. Good night, Miss Parks. A good night.
Only have a limited number that we can ship out right now because it is very, very popular. We're going to go to the phones. Hi, you're on there with Lisa. And Kevin, what's your name? Hi, Lisa. It's Renee from California. Hey, Renee. Chris is over there kind of giving us a look at how to use the ladder there.
I got to tell you something. I have this ladder. It is awesome.
Oh, now what
And
have you used it for, Renee?
everybody wants this ladder. I live in an apartment with vaulted ceilings. Uh-oh.
There he goes. And yeah, I know. You're
An
gonna have me
apartment
do it
with
anyway.
vaulted ceilings.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, you didn't get to see.
Apartment with vaulted ceilings.
Oh, there he goes. There you go.
I live in an apartment with vaulted ceilings.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Get your,
This ladder. I
get your
live in
giggles
an
in.
apartment with vaulted ceilings.
Get your giggles
This
in.
ladder. I live in an apartment with vaulted ceilings.
Boom. There you go.
Okay, we're going to make sure that Chris is okay.
And that has never happened.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Paul. Right?
Well,
that has
you know,
never
it's
happened.
a very slippery floor up there
case
in
you guys
front
are
of our
wondering.
doors sometimes. So we're going to make sure that Kevin's okay.
Yep.
He's moving. He is okay. But he scared me
Dude,
for a moment.
yes, that is one of the best sketches. So funny.
John, I wanted.
So this is I Want a Divorce from the Toronto acting class. Are you ready? I have so many. I'm going to shut my fucking mouth and just play it because it just needs to be beheld in.
John, I want a divorce.
Divorce.
It's not funny, John, and you know it's been coming for a long time.
Well, divorce.
Why do you always laugh when I'm upset?
Oh, every time you say divorce, you just look so cute.
I'm serious this time, John.
Serious.
I'm absolutely serious. And you're treating this like some kind of game. I'm tired of it, John.
We love games.
Not anymore. Not your kind of games. Your games are cruel.
Divorce.
Stop laughing. This is not funny. Things haven't been working out for a long time, and every time I try to talk to you about them, you laugh. So I'm not laughing anymore with you, and I'm not playing these games. My lawyer's going to contact yours tomorrow. He'll drop the papers, and that will be it. We can go our separate ways.
No. Can't go. No. Can't go our separate ways. No. Can't go our separate ways. It's just not. It's just not.
It's not what?
Well, you know, I
don't know. Say what you mean.
But it's hard to talk about, you know.
It's hard for you to talk about anything.
I know.
When was the last time we had a conversation? 15 years, and all I've heard from you is laughter. Every time I want to be serious.
Oh. Well, it's hard. It's hard. You know, I think of us as, I don't know. Okay, two oysters. Raw oysters. And you're the pearl. And I'm just this oyster that just doesn't ever know how to tell you how much he loves you. So I go around, the fish chase me, and you laugh, and I don't know, it kind of seems like that's the only way I can tell you how much you mean to me. I know you gotta know what I mean. I know it used to be that you'd look at me and you'd laugh, and
That was when we were younger, John. We're not young anymore. You used to be funny. You used to make me laugh. Now you just use these jokes as a way to stay away from me, to not tell me how you really feel.
So you mean I'm like reruns?
Exactly.
Well, okay. Let me see. I know. Here's the way I feel. I remember a Ponderosa episode, I don't know, it was 60, 63. Pa came home, long day on the range. Hop Sing had not even started cooking dinner. Pa was mad. The boys weren't home. Boys were going to be mad when they got home. And, Pa, he likes to feel responsible. And he said to Hop Sing, Hop Sing, how come you don't even have dinner ready to be put on the table? And Hop Sing said, you never, ever thank me for making dinner. Well, Pa was flabbergasted. He thought about it and he was right. He never, ever told Hop Sing how much he enjoyed the food that he put on the table for him. And
Okay, I have to stop this. I really can't anymore. Listen, here's the thing. Oh my God, thank you for saying it, because I was thinking that too. And here's another thing. Who the fuck gets a divorce standing in this position? Who asked for a divorce? Where is it? Right here. When you ask for a divorce, yeah, why are they doing that? Who are they looking at? Why are they not looking at each other? Why did the acting coach not stop them and say, you should look at each other when you're fake divorcing? It is so upsetting to me. It is so upsetting to me. Anyway, now that we're all upset, now that we're all pissed off, I'm going to show you something. And then, and really, this episode, I am literally going to put out like a 3-minute short of this part I'm about to show you. Because this is all we're doing today. I'm going to show you this thing. It's an Osint thing. And then we're going to say, fuck that. And we're going to watch a sports show prank call compilation from a prank access network that collects prank call shit from back in the day. And it's a sports call and it's very funny. We're going to watch a little of that and then we'll do your call-ins. Okay. And if I don't have any call-ins, then we're just going to watch that. So I'm going to have that up while we wait on Collins and Colin Alberts. But for now, let me pull up this. And I just opened it in a snipping tool because I can't show you what it looks like on the page without putting in someone's info. And let me explain. Let me pull it open so that you can see. We're going to do the entire screen. We'll just do that. Okay. There you go. So What I'm showing you is Osint is open source intelligence, Scott. Great question. It's basically anything that you can scrape from online that is open data. Now, a lot of people think like, oh, it's just stuff that you find online. Not necessarily, because a lot of people have a misconception that, you know, because it's publicly available, it's all OSINT. Some of it isn't. Like, for example, if a website has a breach, um, a while back, there was a situation where a website was breached, and that specific website happened to be a government website. And the way it was breached is by somebody typing in, I'll just say it the easy way. They were typing in some old URLs that had yet to be taken down, but were still outsourced linked to the website. So typically, like for example, if they take out the Gilgo page, if you go to the Gilgo investigation page, they had a page up for a long time with information and updates on the investigation. Well, when they caught Rex, they kind of stopped updating that page. So when they did that, you know how like there's like CGI bins and indexes for websites. You can get rid of a page completely by deleting it, or you might still have it up, but the only way it's accessible is for somebody who has that URL memorized or still logged in. And even then, you know, sometimes they don't put the safety and security on it. So in those instances, you might be able to access a website, its bin, its contents, its old cache files, but that doesn't necessarily make it legal for you to share that information depending on the website. If it's a .gov site, then that is legally technically considered hacking in some states. AT&T, the biggest hack that happened with them happened because a guy basically took the end part of a URL, deleted it, and put 1, 2, 3, and would click enter, and started noticing that really old URLs were not deleted completely, and that by doing that you can access kind of anything, like anybody's personal account shit. So it was incumbent on AT&T to protect their shit, but just because that shit's available doesn't necessarily make it legal to be disseminated among the public. So the way that they did that was they just happened to stumble upon a flaw in the URLs and figured, hey, I can see personal information because they fucked up. And yes, he got years in a federal penitentiary over that. So again, OSINT you have to be careful with, because depending on where you are, what you're doing, whether the information is supposed to be protected or not, sure, it's 100% on the website or the web owner, developer to cover their tracks, delete shit, put shit back in, basically make sure the certificates are valid. It has a lot to do with people who are hired to build that web space and maintain it, in addition to the company. So when some fucking 14-year-old figures out that you forgot to take down a bunch of outsource links that go to private data, like, yeah, technically that's open source information, but I would argue that it's not intelligence because, you know, it's not very literally, it's not intelligent to share shit that you kind of know you can get in trouble for. But B, it's information that needs to be used for like an investigation or something. Like, even if it's not legally technically an investigation, like even if you're not law enforcement, you can be a PI, you can be someone researching genetic genealogy, you can be doing it for computer resource purposes. You could be somebody who's learning how to code. And there's all kinds of ways that you can use this to test yourself or study or find information. Whether or not you should disseminate it among people kind of changes the game. You know, that's where common sense comes in, and where ethics come in. And when I talk about ethical hacking, that's different than ethical OSINT. Ethical OSINT is kind of that. It's basically what I explained. It's kind of knowing what is open source and what is something that you breached, even though it was easy and even though it was openly available. So what I'm showing you right now is from whitepages.com. And I'm going to explain how this can be useful. Now, first, I need to tell you, I want to show you how to get to this point but I can't. In order to do that, I would have to be sharing someone's personal private data. Because when you go to whitepages.com, let me show you what the first thing that you see is on that page, okay? So I'm going to open, I'll just do it in an incognito window. That way nobody's shit pops up. But White Pages is essentially the phone book now, right? So we used to get the White Pages delivered at your doorstep. If you're young, you might not remember this, but it was a phone book and you'd get it once a year and you'd have the White Pages and the Yellow Pages, right? So the White Pages are residents, individual people. The Yellow Pages were businesses and LLCs, things like that. And you get it once a year on your front lawn, just like you would the paper. And they would, God, it's starting to get fucking cold. Jesus Christ. And you would get it and you would just have it for the year. And every year, like, people would change their phone numbers and they would update it and then reprint it. A lot of cold cases, and this is a different form of OSINT that isn't necessarily online, but kind of is. There's things that I call half synths, and I just made that up. It's something that I call it for myself. And it's basically something that you need the internet to get, but the actual source material isn't from online. Like, for example, if you buy something from eBay, like an old phone book. So the open source benefit would be getting it off eBay, but it's no longer technically considered OSINT because you're pulling the information from an old phone book, which is why there is oldphonebooks.com, which is a shitload of phone books that are digitized from back then, almost all of them. So it's very, very important. Oh shit, Nick Rocco's in here. Speaking of important, my client, Nick Rocco, you know what? I will send you some updates, Nick. But you have to pace yourself. You're fucking burning the shit out of that whore. I don't think she can take it anymore. But yes, I will absolutely send you some updates. In case you don't know, Nick Rocco has been absolutely spraying urine, just spraying piss all over your aunt and doing a really great job. Very proud of him. We are still in the posh beef. I think Uncle Frank has spoken out and made it very clear what side she's on. Some people think it's a real beef, and I'm letting them because I find it very funny. But in reality, there is no real beef with me and your Aunt Frank. It's just real to me, damn it, because Posh Spice is the best, and don't you fucking ever come at her saying that David Beckham made her. It's the other way around, bitches. Anyway, the point is, I think that it's important if you're looking at cold cases or any case before 2014, you need to know that websites like Old Phone Book do exist. But also, you can order these old phone books off of eBay. People, believe it or not, sell them for individual small cities. And if it's not available on oldphonebooks.com, you can do that in order to get information. So I think that that's very important to know, but that would be like a half OSINT thing. So what I'm showing you right now is the front of whitepages.com. And this is the new digitized version. For people who don't know, yes, they outsource to different websites different websites like Intellius, Social Catfish, that's them, like a whole bunch of them, Radarist, all of these people finding sites. They will try to, or at least for a while, they tried to run APIs and get updates through White Pages, which basically what I'm saying when I say that is they're linking like a web crawler to it. So every time it's updated, they get the update. So it'd be like if you were stealing content from someone and every time they put up content, you then took it and played it on your channel, right? Like some people that we used to know. Anyway, that's what websites do now. That's what they do when they are, for example, if you are a person who works in real estate. Here we have MLS. There's different types of real estate websites that you can go to that give you updates on what's available, or, you know, what houses are in escrow, what the market data is. So nowadays you can go find that by paying different websites who constantly update that information. But there's also free sites out there like Smart City and Hot Pads and apartments.com. And when you go to those sites, people go, where is this info from? How are they getting these updates? What they're doing is they are getting updates directly from the big paid for site, but then publishing it, aka stealing the content and putting it on their own. Now, some people will go, No, 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 no. You're not allowed to see that data, and they make it so that companies can't scrape that information. Although some people pay them to take that information and get those updates. So, with that said, all of the freebie websites that you see, been verified, Radarist, fucking Intellius, True People Finder, Social Catfish, that's them. Like, there's so many of them out there now, right? A lot of people go, oh, I wonder where they get that information. They scrape paid for websites and the big one, this one, where am I? This one, White Pages. They scrape this. Why do they do that? Because now, instead of your shit going in a big white phone book, it goes on here. And where does White Pages get their updates? The government. They get it from voting records. They get it from when you fill out that little change of address form. If it's not private, it's going on here. On here. Sorry, I'm mirrored. So that way. So if you basically want your shit taken offline and off all of those sites, yes, you can go pay, Aura or fucking Norton or any of them to do it. You can go pay a take me off this bullshit website, or you can nip it in the bud and you can go to White Pages and you can scroll down on the main page and you can find your info. Typically, you like put your info in. There's also a last name directory, but I highly recommend just scrolling down and see where it says about us, careers, blogs, all this shit right here, email search, background check, property records, blah, 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 blah. So once you find yourself, you can even go down here, find that there, or you could just put it in here. Once you find yourself, it's going to have your info blurred for specific info, right? So the idea that somebody can pay 99 cents and see all your private info, it sucks, right? So once you find yourself, you can scroll down to the bottom of the page, and I'd love to show this to you, but in order to do that, we'd have to fucking put someone's private info up. But you find yourself on there, you scroll down to the bottom, and you have yourself removed. Once you do that, all the other websites might still have it on for a little bit, but when it comes time to scrape for an update, you are now off of White Pages, so they can't update your new info. In those cases, if you want all those websites to take it down, I would recommend manually finding yourself on every site and issuing a takedown, or you can go to Aura or fucking Norton, and we're not sponsored by any of these people, but there's like a whole bunch of them. Any identity theft program, anything that's like, honestly, a lot of these VPN companies will do it for you, and you can go put your info in there and they will go through and they will take down all of your shit from these websites. But I think if you're trying to do it on your own, the best place to start is here at White Pages. If you go get it taken down off of there, then there's a really good chance it's not going to be popping up everywhere, at least not updated. So this is kind of like your do not call list of putting your personal shit on the internet. But if you get a White Pages account, which I wish I could show you, again, it would be a lot easier to put it in perspective, but I can explain it very simply. If you go to White Pages, all right, and you type in somebody's info right here, right? I put in Jon Snow, and then it pops up an option, which I wish I could show you, but again, I don't want to dox anyone. It'll pop up an option. You click on that person's name, and you now have all their email addresses, their address, all the shit about them, right? Once you get there, if you scroll down to the phone part, it used to be you just see their phone numbers, and you will just see, I don't know, like their Cellco Wireless, Verizon, shit like that. It'll give you the area of where that phone was purchased and where that phone is used. But there is a new thing that they just added, and I tested it a few weeks ago, and it fucking works, and it's blowing my mind that this exists to the public. However, if you have a kid who ran away, like they have a cell phone, if you have a loved one, just anybody who has a cell phone and like they're missing, this is a powerful tool. And because I don't know how long we're going to have it, I think it's important to show it to people, especially because there's a lot of people who have reached out to me on this page and on others who are like, my loved one is missing and I'm concerned because they're homeless, or last time I saw them, they were, not in a good spot. And then some people who are like, this woman's a mother and she would never leave her kids, and it's very concerning. And, the police can't get a warrant for whatever God reason. Usually it's fucking Apple. But, for some reason we can't find, where they were last pinged. The police won't tell us even, and where their family, and we don't trust that shit like that. You know what I mean? Happens all the time. So if you go to White Pages, okay, and you have a phone number and it's a loved one or someone you're concerned with, and I hate to bring this up because it's really sad, but in the instance that I was using it, had somebody that we were very concerned was going to, and it's like, fuck, are they okay? And we know they have an active cell phone. We used this part. If you go to the caller part where it has the phone stuff, right? If you scroll down under phone and you find their current phone number, you're going to see this one little spot right here that says get key insights into phone number activity and the best times to call. Check real time activity. Isn't that amazing? That made me go, oh, fuck. Oh, are we fucking? Because here's the thing. I can click that button and have access to seeing when the last time you used your phone was. Sometimes more. That's crazy. Sorry, I ate ice. Let's show it to you again. Because I didn't mean to take it off. But here you go. This button right here. 100%. You can go there. You can check real-time activity. See if it's still being used. Interesting, right? Interesting. This can be very helpful. It can also be very detrimental, which is why I have a hard time with, should I be doing this? Should I be showing people some of this stuff? We don't do as many updates on Osint stuff as we used to because I feel like I've kind of tapped out some of the things that I feel comfortable showing you. But at the same time, this is a tool that is kind of vague for what it does. It just gives you real-time activity reports. But that is a huge step in intelligence availability to the public. And another reason I want to show you this is because if you're not comfortable with your shit being on here, you need to go to White Pages and opt out right now. You need to go there and you need to have them take it down. And I saw someone commented, hold on, let me go find it. 2 things. Yes, Credit Karma does do that for you as well. Absolutely, they do. 100%. And see, I was thinking about that, but I don't know anyone who would consent to that. So I was like, I'll just show them the still image of the tab I'm talking about. But yeah, I think that this is a really interesting tool. If you have a teen who has a phone number and you haven't heard from them in 3 hours and they were supposed to be home 2 hours ago, and you're starting to freak out because their phone is ringing, but they're not answering, and you are concerned, this is a good tool to use. However, if you are somebody who is, I don't know, running from a stalker or trying to avoid like an ex, and you don't want them to know that your phone number is currently active, this is a good tool to know so that you can go have your shit taken down. So I just wanted to point that out today. And again, it's not worthy of its whole own video because it's only like, what is that, 5-10 minutes? But I am going to make a short of this so that people don't have to go through all my bullshit to see it. But oh, here's the comment. Thank you, PETA. Here's my beef, and I agree completely. I've already read it. Sharing personal data publicly should be something you have to legally opt into, not automatically be shared, and it's on you to opt out. Agree. Absolutely. And it sucks because, like, yeah, I agree. I don't feel comfortable with it either. But at the same time, one of the reasons I'm sharing this with you is so that if you didn't know, you can go through and have your shit taken the fuck out. A lot of people do not realize it. It is a fucking treasure chest, 100%. And we did once live in a world where needing that level of privacy was rare. Things changed with the internet big time. And a lot of people don't realize that this shit's been digitized. When I told some of my family that White Pages is online, it blew their mind. They had no idea. They're like, what? So it's like, this is kind of important. You know what I mean? People should know. Yeah, check real-time activity. And here's the thing. Some people, like, if you're uncomfortable with, I don't know what you were referencing, but I think like if you were uncomfortable with your stuff being out, like having your private info. For example, if you're somebody who just got out of an abusive relationship, right? and you don't want your baby daddy or your ex, or, you know, if you're a dude, your ex-wife, if somebody has been obsessively stalking you and you don't want them to know that a certain number is active or that you went and reactivated something old, this is going to be important. You're going to want to have your shit taken down, right? Because you don't want people to have that access. Yeah, white page info is like 30. Well, not on this. They're constantly scraping. Some of it is out of order too. And White Pages does a pretty bad job of separating the criminal records, but they're really good on staying on top of addresses. The problem is with the real-time cell activity, that's using pings and it's using information from the phone companies. So it's every little chunk of White Pages is separate. It's using separate places to scrape separate data and put it in one spot. So the criminal records are really fucking bad. You will, for example, buy criminal records on White Pages and it will be for 4 different people and say it's the same person. You'll also notice under associates. Remember, I told you guys, if you go to someone's house, hop on their Wi-Fi 10 years ago and then leave, there's a good chance that you might be listed as that person's associates now, even though you haven't seen that person or you barely knew them. And that's scary if that person commits a crime and the news wants to get a fucking, oh, I want to get a blurb from someone who knew Rex Heuermann. Well, now your phone's blowing up because one time, you know, you hung out near his house and mooched off his Wi-Fi. That's scary to think about. You know what I mean? So with that said, well, I agree with you completely. It should be a situation where you have to opt in, not opt out. But think about it this way. When you used to sign up and get a phone number, at least this is what I remember in the 90s, you kind of had to tell them that, right? That was on the little form. So now they just auto put all the information straight from the government website, like the post office website. That's where they initially get your existence. They can't get it there. They get it from voter registration. And the last time I checked, I believe they also got it from the census. So since the census isn't that common, some people who don't have their shit available recently will get pulled from the last census. And then that information's there. Also, I have seen information on White Pages of people who have been dead for 40 years. So it's kind of crazy how some people, even though they're dead, it's still available. Like fucking nuts. Anyway, that was your Osint teach today, is that you can get real-time cell activity information on people if you're concerned about them. Okay, now it's time for, we're going to do like probably 2 or 3 call-ins where we cannot go long on them. I am timing them to 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to put the link up right now. If you'd like to call in, Albert, you are more than welcome. All right. And that was a joke. Let me put the link up here. And you can also, no, turn that off. Okay, there. And you can also just call in. And yeah, look, Scott knows everything. He's the best. Back in the day, you had to pay to have an unlisted number so it wouldn't be published in the phone book. Isn't that fucked up? You had to pay to do that. And now you have to pay to have your shit taken down. Fucking A. Yeah, you get 5 minutes. It's just like a real select board. Okay? All of our heavy breathers, please call in. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. And when somebody comes on deck, we will take the call in. The call in, Albert. I'm going to keep that link there. KNIB to ACDGH. Should be easy. The fucking links are insane. I'm going to play the sports show prank calls while we wait on some. Because these dudes fucking rule. And if you like these dudes, don't call in and we can just watch them. Yes, confess your sins to Satan, please. Oops, shit. That took that down. There you go. Because I do have to go in a little bit. I'm working on a thing. But also, check these dudes out. Which one's your husband? Pick your husband, everyone. Here we go.
Get the popcorn popping, get the sodas pouring. Chris Kelly, I'll discuss that, or Chris Henry, I'll discuss that later on. And we're going to go to the phones. We have our first caller. Hello.
Yeah, my hemorrhoids flared up real bad.
Yeah, we know. All right.
What was that?
That's nice to know. Call preparation.
Hold on a second. Who timed out Nick? Mods? God damn it. It was probably the devil. It's probably the devil. Oh, I bet it was Deb. Nick Rocco, I forgot. Deb has a wrench. You have to look out in here. And I don't remember how to take it from her. Yeah, I let him do it. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Oh, God, my client's up in arms.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's get back
No, I
into the
stopped
show,
him.
Pittsburgh.
It was fucking Deb OG from Teen Mom. It wasn't me. I swear, Nick. Don't worry. I will unwrench that bitch. I don't know how. Someone help. It was Debbie Deb. He also goes quiet for a second. I don't know what.
Southside? Yes, John. How you doing tonight?
Hey, first off, I want to say I love the show.
Okay.
Okay, and I want to say that your co-host is a handsome fellow, and that's a nice sweater he's wearing.
Thanks.
But what I wanted to call about, I don't have a sports comment. What my comment is, all these little kids that keep calling you in, I think you should go out and find them.
Oh, shit. Look, we got Laura and Scott. We got Laura and Scott on deck. Oh, my God. It's a panel. What's up, you guys?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Scott.
What's going on?
Not much. I said the same thing. We used to have to pay to get unlisted. They put you in there whether you liked it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had to pay extra on your monthly phone bill to have an unlisted number.
I used to work for the phone company and say, would you like that listed?
No, I find this white pages stuff that Oblivious is going over is fascinating. I'm definitely going to look into it.
I totally forgot about it. Honestly, we used old phone books to start campfires.
Jesus. And we used them for power team demonstrations.
That's
I showed you guys that, right? Those guys, they come to your school and they rip the phone book in half and tell you to not do drugs and love Jesus. That's what we use them for in the South.
I say oy vey to that.
So what do you guys got going on tonight? So this white pages shit, I've had everybody's info taken off of it in my family non-consensually. I just did it for them. But I also find that interesting. You can do that. You can go in and you can have, if I knew your personal information, Laura or Scott, I could go in there and just make a regular, any old email account that says Scott or Laura. And then I can go say, hey, that's me. Take that down on your behalf. And there's nothing they can really do to check.
Right.
I would absolutely love it. I had no idea that stuff was still floating around.
Yep.
So you're saying even if you just start with deleting yourself on the white pages, that over time the info will kind of just die on the vine and other locations because they look for an update?
Yeah, they look for an update. Now, some of them will basically take you off because there's no activity or because you're not on white pages again. So they consider that like a dead record. And they need to data dump to make space, right? Because new people are being born every day. New people are getting cell phones, turning 21. So some companies do that. Some companies that are not as successful as the ones that are like on the show Catfish or the ones that have a lot of advertising, they're the most likely to do that. The ones that have a ton of space will absolutely just keep your old record, but they don't update it. So that's why even if you take it off white pages, it's still important to go through all of them that you see yourself on. And that's kind of what sucks. But if a new one pops up, typically it's not really going to grab you if it's using their info to update. If it's using Spokio is a big one. Spokio, Social Catfish pull from all of them. And then they use an algorithm to see, or code to see what the commonalities are. And that's how it determines it's you. So if there's not more than one record out there with your exact matching info, it just tosses it out.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even remember what the last landline number that I had was. And the cell phone number that I have is an original because it was assigned to me when that prefix came out from the phone company. I'm the only person that's ever had the number that I have, and it's a cell. So what does it have of mine? My very last landline number that I had?
You would have to go check, because here's another thing. If there's another Laura out there with your last name who happened to spend 1 year living in a similar place you lived, then it might even connect you as that Laura. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the more common your name is, the more likely you are to have that happen. Look, we got PETA joining.
Hi,
PETA.
So when you pay these places like Credit Karma or these other companies that protect your identity, how do they go through and find your name everywhere and get it erased?
So when you sign up for them, they will typically ask you questions about yourself to confirm your identity, right? So if you've ever used a free one, it'll say like, oh man, it'll pop it up and it'll start doing like a scanner thing. And it'll be like, we are checking our records. Can you answer a couple of questions for us? Did you ever live at one of these places? And it'll give you 5 places. And typically there's like one that you've lived at. And then you hit yes. And then it'll be like, do you have a relative named this? And then you hit yes. That's how, or, if you're looking for someone, it'll say, do they have a relative named this? Does this look like them? So they do something very similar. Whenever you sign up for these companies, they ask you for, they have your credit card info, obviously, so you can pay for it. They gather all the data that, for example, if you get a free app, it says, do we have access to your phone list? Do we have access to all that? They also ask for that, or they won't ask for it. It'll just be in the fine print. So they basically go through and scan all your data that you have to make public to them in order to get that account. And then at that point, it's just a lot of coding and algorithms that match patterns. And then it goes, okay, we found you. And that's why it's so good at streamlining and catching what's you. Because if you have like 10 phone numbers in your account or in your cell phone, and you're using your phone, right, to sign up for this, then it's going to want access to all your call records. Once it has all those plugged into its database, it's going to scan the internet for your associates, friends, and family. And if any of those numbers match theirs, it knows who you are. So it's also using the same technology that it's fighting against, kind of like Cellbrite with Apple, right? It's constantly having to update and stay on top of that. So once you sign up for it, it's going to typically have a lot of stuff that you fill out, or it'll just grab it from within your own data. The shitty part about these companies, though, when you get rid of your account, it stops. So all that can come back. So that's another reason, like, I had one of them offer me a sponsorship and I went and tried it. And I noticed that I just used it for a week. After I got rid of it, ton of robocalls. Because in a way, that's kind of their, I don't know if it's vindication, if it's on purpose or what, but the second you get rid of those accounts, it's now selling your data and it has more than the others.
So
it's
you
a
have to protect yourself from the protectors.
Yeah. And that's what sucks. That's why I don't do a lot of these security. Like, I have a hard time when people go, what's the best VPN? Because they're kind of all pieces of shit. Like, they're all going to do that. And so are the security companies, so are the credit companies. But it's like, if you, it's either that or you take a whole weekend and you go through and have everything manually taken down yourself. And I highly suggest that over everything, because then you're not relying on a company to maintain a promise. Which
Richie from Microdots just said recently in a message to his followers that's the reason that he doesn't have any sponsors, because the ones that come to him he doesn't support, and he doesn't want his followers to have anything to do with them.
Yeah, and they use fear tactics too. Like, sometimes there'll be like a data breach in a shit coin or something Bitcoin related. And then they'll say all the, like, just so you know, if you have Robinhood, your shit's been breached. And it's like, no, if you have, Robinhood and you bought this stock, or if you have, they'll say, like, do you play the stock market? Well, your shit's been breached. Well, no, it was just Webull, not Robinhood. So they get everyone in a panic, and it makes people want to buy it more. But in reality, it's not really affecting you at all. Like the whole AT&T one that just happened, a lot of people freaked out over that. But the fact of the matter is that was a 3-second breach, and then all the shit was locked down and nobody saw it. So the amount of these security companies where their shit spiked, they got a ton of sales. Like, it was in their best interest to make it out to be a big deal, but it really wasn't. It didn't affect anybody.
Well,
that's another shitty thing about it.
That sucks. That's like the government and the law enforcement stories because it's not in their best interest that people know about it. Reminds
Yeah.
me.
Obi, I've got a question.
Yes.
Hi, by the way, this is Peter.
Hello, Peter. I love your accent.
Well,
Thanks. So in America, do you guys do the two-factor authentication? Okay, because we've started having that happen on almost everything now that you sign up for online. They make it out to be a security thing, but they're
Mhm.
like, you have to do now a two-factor authentication, your email and your phone. And so I'm more and more I'm thinking, man, there are so many bloody things linked to my phone number and my email address. I've got 2 email addresses, my main one for like serious stuff, and then the one I created when I was 14 that
Mhm.
is like my junk mail email.
Mhm.
But I seriously, there's a shop here, JB Hi-Fi, which is all like electronics and stuff, and things like that. And they started selling old school like Nokia flip phones and stuff like that
Oh,
as
hell
like
yeah.
I lost my shit. I'm like, I'm getting this because I want
Mhm.
one as like, I want to go out to the shops and just, if you want to call or text me, that's all I have on my phone. And I want the nostalgia of playing Snake and
love that.
just flipping my phone. But then I was thinking, man, I really want a second like burner phone, just a number that only my family and close friends know, that is paid for in cash. It's like, it's not linked to my phone or my
Genius.
identity or anything like that. And you know, in case of emergencies or whatever, I've got this contact that's not linked to me. But also you can use a second number or SIM card to sign up to all these other websites or whatever that are forcing you to put in your information. It's like when we went through COVID here in Australia, you couldn't go anywhere. You had to use QR sign-in codes.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
hate
if you did
that.
that in the States. And it's like all these places know exactly where I am at any given
Yep.
time. I'm getting the amount of like fraud text messages and
I
email
know.
shit that happened after that is crazy. They were selling our data and they're like, no, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
safe. It's just to protect you. And
No.
so you
Here's the
do
thing.
have
So we
that?
have that. We have that, and we have the other thing you talked about. You talked about the QR code thing. I fucking hate that so much. I hate it because, okay, when we went to Hawaii, there's no restaurant menus. So you had to scan a QR
Order
code.
from your table?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
And
no staff.
if I brought my elderly grandma with me, what's she gonna fucking do?
Mm.
Now she's got to learn how to work the QR shit. She just doesn't eat. Like, where are your restaurant? Like, that was my complaint. But then I started thinking about that and it hit me while we were there. I was like, oh my God, these restaurants are doing what Walgreens and CVS are doing, which is our drugstores. So there's a new
Data
technology.
collection.
Oh, yeah, it's all data collection. And everybody thinks it's like anti-security. It's not. It is just to sell you shit. And that's even more annoying. I would
Mhm.
rather be security threatened than annoyed with all of the fucking like, oh, we know you like grapefruit because you bought this at, like, if you guys don't know, when you go
Yeah.
to a CVS or a Walgreens or a drugstore now, when you see an electronic door on the front of where you get your soda and it has the pictures. I don't know if you guys have that. We have that here, but it's like a picture of all the sodas and it shows you if they're available, and if they're not, it says sold out, and it's a digital door. And when you go to open it and you grab it with your hands and you open it and you pick out the soda, it takes that soda out. Then you go to the register, you pay, whether it's with card or cash, it doesn't matter. They now have biometric technology in drugstores where they're testing these doors, and they are in the doors. And what do? They look at your face, they have your fingerprint from opening it, and now they know that
Wow.
you love Mountain Dew. So then when you go, it's, let's say you pay with a card. Now they have your credit card number. Now they have your name, they have your date of birth, everything that's available on that. And they know that this person uses American Express, loves fucking Mountain Dew, and makes this amount of money per year, because now they've linked it to your other data that's in your CVS account, including, or Walgreens, including your pharmacy shit. So if you use the pharmacy and you've got a heart problem, they
Oh
now
my
know that you have
gosh.
heart problems. You love
Oh,
Mountain Dew. Do you see what I mean? And it's all connected.
Yeah.
So the best thing that you can do is what you described. Old school and burner phones are the shit. But here's the thing, when you buy them from a place that looks kind of shitty. Buy them from a place with older shit. Don't buy them from a place like CVS where it's looking at you through the fucking door. If you see electronic Red Bull fucking stands, get away. Get out of there. That's not
like
the place.
independent convenience store.
Boom. That's a good one. One with a real local one owned by a family, something franchised. I wouldn't even go with I wouldn't go with the 7-Eleven. I'd go with the Circle K that's half a Texaco with the guy working at it that doesn't know what's going on. I would go there.
Can I say something funny
Yeah.
Yeah.
that reminded me? I said, everything that you described about going to Walgreens brings a whole new reason for fathers to be embarrassed when they have to buy their daughters' feminine products.
Mhm. And then they're going to get tampon ads on their Amazon and they're going to go, what the fuck? And then their wives are going to go, why do you have women's panties being offered to you on Amazon? Because you bought her a gift a year ago. Like, it fucks up everything. It can also fuck up relationships. Like, if you're somebody who gets a lot of dating sites recommended to you and you're going through a breakup, it's like, how did it know? Well, that's how it fucking knew.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's very crazy. It can, people forget to Alexa, Siri, all the things that are on your
They're
phone.
always listening.
I was just gonna say that. I've been freaked out. You'd be talking to somebody about a certain product or subject, and then the next time
I
you
can
log into your
alpaca
Facebook, you're
eye
getting the
drops.
ads for that.
It'll be something obscure. You'll be talking about something obscure like alpaca eye drops, and that's not a real thing. I just made up. And then you'll
No.
bloody see an ad for it come up, and it's so invasive. But I mean, I guess we do sign up for it. We just got to be smart. And I think technology is evolving so quickly and so rapidly, and our monkey brains aren't designed, and I mean that in a loving way. We are, you know, we have evolved over time, but our brains, the evolution of our bodies and our brains, cannot keep up with how fast technology is evolving and our access to information. And that's why there's so much, I think, more mental health issues today as well, because of the vicarious trauma and just like taking in so much information from around the world and being exposed to so much more things, that our brains haven't developed the coping mechanisms to even process them, keeping up with how fast the technology is moving.
Wow.
True.
We
And
were
speaking
so
of,
afraid-
people
we were
forget
so afraid of
we
Big
can
Brother
use.
that we invited him in.
Yeah, no, totally. And we can use old school technologies that are built into our brains to look at this right here. See this account? A lot of people go, oh, what you do is so technical when you're trying to find accounts. It's like, no, it's not. Because sometimes you have no trace, right? So you got to go with what you know.
Monkey.
Now, what do I know about this account? I know it says Palace Sprades. And who invented Sprades? Well, me and Aunt Deborah. And see how it's trying to trigger me and how it's trying to trigger you. And it says monkey. Wow. See, this is your Aunt Deb under an alt account. See, that's what that is.
I couldn't
And
think
know
of the
it's not.
word, like primal, or I can't think of the word.
I know what you're talking about.
The animalistic kind of.
It's
I don't know
evolution.
what it's called. I
Animal
couldn't think of the
instinct?
word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
animal
because we adapt over time, you know. It's even how screwed up. There's a book, I think it's called A Time for When or something like that. And it's all about knowing your body and the right time to do certain things. And it was talking about how screwed up people got with the invention of artificial lighting. Because, you know, we've spent how many tens of thousands of years going by the sun, and now all of a sudden we have artificial lighting and our bodies are like, whoa, what's this? What's happening? Who am I?
And that's a great point, because look at the West Memphis boys. We talked about that, how they were in prison for so long. When they got out, when I met the middle one, he has to wear fucking glasses, like these weird looking sunglasses. And it's like, why? And he said because of the lighting in the prison he was in, And now, interestingly enough, if you look at the Delphi case, the place that Richard was moved from, not Westville or Westfield, but the other one, just got a multi-billion-dollar grant for the prison. And one of the big things that we were watching it on the channel too, it was the proposal for what is going to be installed in this new prison. Why is this prison better than other prisons? Well, the biggest thing that they're spending the most money on that they highlighted was the lighting, because they did all these tests and they found that people get more violent when they're not around natural light. People's health gets worse, and it ends up costing us more money to fix unhealthy prisoners. And it's worse for rehabilitation if and when they do get out, if the if they're not getting the right amount of sunlight. But also, some of them, it's part of their punishment. So they redid the entire inner lighting, and it's like this big deal. Like, we have this lighting that is supposed to make everyone fucking thrilled and stop doing crime. And it's like, okay, we'll see how that works. But it's gotten to the point where instead of doing what we would do in my house growing up, which is punch a fucking hole in the wall and enjoy the sun, now it's like, no, we're going to spend billions of dollars and test people's eyes, because now if they're going to be in their 20 years, if they're not exposed to this amount of light, it can be considered inhumane. You know what I mean? And that's not like to bitch about anything. It's just a fact. It's just something they're looking into. I find it very fascinating with how in depth we're going with things like that. I don't think it's a bad thing really, but I think it's just interesting how like everyone's so up each other's ass now. And there's so much to see and to scan and to take as a company that's marketing to people. And it's so cheap to do it. I mean, it's really wild to me that if you really want ultimate privacy and you just want to live like we did in the 80s and 90s and not have 1,000 people calling you a day and not have everybody know your every location, like when you farted, who you fucked, the only way you can do that is to go in the woods and maybe get a burner phone if you need a phone. There's just no other. Like, it's so impossible. If you walk through the airport, your face is scanned. You know, here's the thing that scares the shit out of me. You guys think that was scary? The scariest thing I've seen, it was on wrestling the other night. I was watching the first ever Netflix Monday Night Raw, and it was at this stadium in California. And I said, why are there red lights on all the chairs? That's weird. What is that about? And my boyfriend said, that's that new stadium where you don't even need to bring in tickets. And I go, what? He said, yeah, they scan your face and shit. I go, what?
No.
He said, when you buy the tickets, you have to do it using a certain method. And when you do it, I believe he said during the ticket process, it takes a picture of your face. I'm like, well, what if you don't have that available? He's like, then you don't fucking get to go. And in order to get in there, it's now taking a picture of your face, and then you don't need anything. He said that on some of them, you can do a thumbprint, and then it takes a photo on your phone. And then when you go in, you can just tap a thing and boom, you're in the building. Also, you can just walk in and it green lights you as you walk in because it already knows who you are. And
Well,
when
that's
you're
what it's
sitting,
like at our airports, our international airports. When you come back to Australia International, you don't have to scan your passport. It's the facial recognition.
Oh,
And to access government websites, telephone lines now and stuff, it's voice recognition. You say, like in Australia, my voice identifies me or something like that, and it recognizes you.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that the red face scanners for the seats in the stadium, that really ruins the ticket scalper business.
It does. And I wonder if that's probably why. Let me ask you, what was that stadium that you said scans shit? Inuit Stadium. Inuit? What is it?
Inuit.
Inuit is the Native American.
Isn't that a bad word? God damn it. If he prompted me again, I'm going to be so fucking pissed.
I think
he probably
Inuit
said
is
Inuit
the
just to get me in
politically
trouble.
correct word.
But can I say something before we get
God
off?
damn it. He did. He fucked me. You piece of shit. It's Intuit. Inuit's a slur.
OB,
God,
Well,
don't laugh. Don't
Well, it's
laugh.
not a slur. It's an actual.
I think
Oh, it
that's
is?
the politically
Yeah.
correct term.
It's intuitive.
Eskimo is the slur, and
Eskimo
I
is the
say
slur.
that
Oh,
for
I just said it.
I say that as for educational purposes only.
Okay.
But
Eskimo is the slur.
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So if you keep getting fooled, you know.
As long as you don't say Eskimo with a hard R, then you're fine. Look,
can I
here's
add something about the lighting before we change that subject?
yes.
Okay, and you were talking about the prisons and the lighting and how they're using that to alter moods. Think about Las Vegas, where everything is lit at like dusk. So no matter what time of day it is, you have no idea what time of day it is, so that you keep gambling and you keep staying there. And you have no clue that it's time to go to bed or it's time to have breakfast.
Yeah.
They do that on purpose to get you
It's
staying in
intentional.
that 5 o'clock at night time, 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
also,
100%. It's intentional.
Hugin wants to say hi to everyone.
Limit the windows. I mean, how many casinos do you go to and see big giant windows to the outside world? None.
Oh, they were
'cause
pumping
want
me
you in
full
this-
of oxygen, and I was just loving it. I lost the whole family farm. Hugin
Hello,
lost the streets for a week.
doggy.
Say hello.
Bubba boy.
Hello.
Peter
He's a
and
good
Scott
boy.
and Laura. Well, Diddy just walked away. He just left you here. Tell them how they have your paw scans, and they're going to take all your money. There you go.
Yeah, do they have
That
facial
Hugin
recognition for the
song
pets
that you
too?
play
Yeah.
gets stuck in my head for like 4 days straight, to the point where I like it, but I have to fast forward it when it comes on because it's stuck in my head for like 4 days. I wake up and it's Hugin. It's in my head.
That's what Melissa used was it the Suno app? But she does it. The crazy thing, I was looking into that app the other day. It scared the shit out of me. So it picks out the most pleasant notes to human ears by going through the most popular songs, right? And whatever is most popular at that moment, that's what it prompts you. And that's what it puts in there. So the
This
CD
is still being played.
Yeah.
This whole life's just a big scam, man.
It's all
The man is
meant to
scamming
please
us.
you. It's like McDonald's and the cheese. There's a reason why the cheese is so good, because they put the extra shit in it that fucks up your receptors. And it's the same receptors that respond to heroin and chocolate. So it's like, goddamn, you can't, like, it's literally a drug that is being induced from your brain when you eat the cheese. And people go, this shit is disgusting. Why do I keep eating here? It's because it's fucking, you're being hooked on it. Yeah, it's addictive. And so that's what Christian rock is, dude. It's really good. But I don't like all the messaging. But it's really good.
Dopamine.
Yeah, dopamine. That's why it's called dope. Because it's dopamine. Hey, you guys. This was
Well, as an ADHDer, we lack dopamine.
Yep. And look, Melissa
So
is
we
loving
try
it.
and get the
She says-
hits wherever we can.
Melissa says, my music is heroin for your ears. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And we get our fix with that Hugin song. Oops, Laura got disconnected. Well, this is perfect timing, you guys. I have to go feed the dogums. He's staring at me weird now. But thank you guys so much for calling in.
Thanks for having me on.
Sure.
I recommend I think we'll all get Nokias and go into the woods. I think that's the best.
And just
Uncle,
play Snake around the fire.
just play Snake around the fire. Also, Uncle Francis, Satan wants you to know you're the gay one. Anyway, I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for coming on.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, all these wonderful kids. Laura was here. Uncle Scott was here. Auntie Peta was here. Motorola razors are back. Oh, fuck. Did you guys know razors are back? And they're flip, but they have the flat screen, the touch 'em screen still. Jesus Christ. How, like, the marketing needs to end because I want one. I want one so bad. Oh, wow. It says Palace Braids, where were you when I was over here saying Inuit? This is how I know that you're, first of all, Aunt Deb, get out. Aunt Deborah, don't make me call Nick Rocco. Play Snake around the fire is what you're going to do tonight. We all know that. Satan, don't be made because of my versatility. Speaking of versatility, Esty can put her foot behind her head. So what the fuck are you guys doing with your lives? Anyway, love you to death. You're the best. Don't get sprayed. I'm going to go play with the dog, but I am putting this on so we can watch the last few minutes because, oh my God. And also the accents, dude. Laura Scott and Peta, we need to have back on a panel because those were diverse accents and I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them very much because I fucking love diversity. You hear that, Aunt Deb? That eats you alive, doesn't it? It eats you alive. I'm just fucking with you. Thank you so much, Satan, for being here to wrench everyone. Thank you, C. Smith, for being here from the Pacific Northwest. Thank you so much, AJ, for screaming Ladybug. Thank you to Nunyasha Business because you have the best screen name ever. No thank you to Sprades. Get out of here. I'm going to spritz you, bitch. I love you guys so much. We're going. Do you want to? I mean, I know it's Pager Nation, right? I would totally go back to Pagers. That would be so fun. Don't say bye, Dad. How dare you? How dare you? Bisexual father. Okay, here we go. We're gonna skip sports show compilations and we're gonna get straight into. I'm gonna end it on this because this is a great ending song. All right, and I know that you guys. Ooh, damn. We'll do both. We're going to end on Christian dating. No. We're going to end on Mr. Nasty, and then we're going to slide into Montgomery. All right? We're going to do that. Thank you guys so much. I will. I absolutely will. How dare you? How dare you? Pagers were fucking cool. And it was fun to lie to your friends and say, yeah, I'm a doctor. I have a pager. So what? You know what I mean? Bisexual patriarchal figure. Okay, fine. That's me. Your bisexual patriarchal dad. All right. I'm basically Damian Priest. The real ones know. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for looking at my Hugin. Thank you for calling in. And thank you for being you. You're the best. I love you. Go out there and get arrested. Go out there and have fun with your life. I love you.
I'm Mr. Nasty, the insult hitman, and I've got a contract on you. Hate to lose a friend, but a guy's got to eat.
How dare you, Uncle Francis?
Dogs are man's best friends, but you don't have any friends. Why else would you be getting this tape? The person who hired me thinks you're ugly. If they put all your brains in a piss ant, it would walk backwards. In your high school yearbook, you were voted worst. What else I hear?
You sounded lovely, and I loved your accent. You can feel free to call back anytime.
All the men in your family pee sitting down, and all the women in the family do it any way they can. You're disgusting. You're so ugly. You'd make a Hindu eat hamburger, a Jew eat pork, a piranha go vegetarian. You're ugly.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes. Oh yeah, you can find them at the market. We talking about flea market. Montgomery, it's just like a mini mall. Oh yeah, come shop with us. I said flea market. Montgomery, it's just like a mini mall. Hey, you heard me. Come shop. Living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes. We got it. You need it. You'll find it. It's just like a mini mall. Hey, you heard me. Come shop. I said flea market. Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. Hey. Living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes. Oh yeah, you can find them at the market. We talking about flea market. Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. Hey, don't stop. Let's make it a dance. Come on now, to the left, to the right. Let's do this dance.
Jesus Christ. Foxy, this is why I keep getting in fucking shit. That's so funny. How dare you?
to the right. Let's make this a dance. Flea market, Montgomery. It keeps you jumping. It's just like a mini mall. Check it out now, everybody. Like this now. Hey, hey, flea market, Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. Don't stop.
Mary, I'm working on it, but we gotta let baby James break off a piece of Francis first, and then your least favorite son can have her, okay? Let me just get her cracked open and cleaned out by baby James at prom. He's gonna get her a corsage from Jamaica Plains, and then when we're done with that, you get that youngest son out here. We'll get 2 goats, maybe 3 goats. What's Francis worth? We'll work on it. We'll work on it. We'll talk about it, okay?
Let's dance. Flea market, Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. Let's bring it on down now. Oh yeah, I know you're gonna like this. Come on now. It's just like, you know what I'm saying. It's just like, you know what I mean. It's just like.
I can't have you out there just doing willy-nilly, okay? You're my only diverse child. I need to save you for commercials. Do you understand? United Colors of Benetton ads, okay? She's diverse because isn't she half a...
Like, you know it, so why don't you just come on and say it? It's just like a mini mall. Oh yeah, you said it. It's just like a mini mall. Oh yeah, you like this? Come.
So fucking gay for Satan and AIDS, 100%. I'm 1,000% a gay man. You guys know that. I'm dating a guy. Of course I'm a gay dude. Frank is pegging baby James and then cleaning him out. So get ready, Satan. Get ready, Satan. Get it right. Claudia agrees. All right. Tia Deb is in charge of cracking open and cleaning out. But no, Tia Deb just watches in the corner. That's her in the corner. Remember? Uh-oh. Satan has questions. Hi, James. Put him in the closet. Hi, James. No one. He's no one, Satan.
The C-SPAN networks bring you long-form public affairs programming.
And this is what we're ending on.
But no matter how many times some people try this dance, they just can't seem to get it. But not this reporter, huh?
No 2 left feet for you.
That's
huh?
right. Can you show me that move one more time?
Well, there are no mistakes, just variations.
Okay.
It goes like this: swivel, swivel, kick, kick.
Okay, I think I
that?
got it. Okay. Woohoo!
No, that's a
Get in.
variation.
And stay with me because I'm going to do one of these things. Hoo-hoo! 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 Okay, I think I got it. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Did I get it?
Not quite.
Nano says the technique helps people find their natural rhythm and encourages self-expression. The music varies as much as the movements. Students bounce, kick, and jump around to African, Latin, and rock music. They even climb on top of each other. One student says dance kinetics has benefited her more than she could have ever imagined. For an hour and 15 minutes, these students escape from their daily grind and leave feeling rejuvenated. In Northport, Alyssa Coleman, News 12, Long Island.
Oh, that's not for everybody.
It's not the dance kinetics. It's poor Bob Butler, this kid from Kansas or wherever you're from.
I have never seen anything like that.